Hi. Sound now? Sorry, guys. All right. Yeah, so there are always glitches here there, especially at the beginning of the semester. Yeah, kind of mute the mic while I was working on something else. And coming back to the stream, I forgot to unmute myself. Thank you, thank you. You see, I was saying this as I turned from the opening page to this screen. I was trying to say this. Let me introduce what shows on the screen. You see, of course, first, Polly speaking to a camera, and the video gets directed to you. And on the upper right, that is the course page. Yeah, so this is this cute little golfer here is the mascot of the programming language we'll be using this semester. Okay. And if you scroll down, you will see a bunch of other links, and these are all the important informations that you will ever need for the course. So that includes, if you just click into Discord, that takes you to the Discord server, which is the big box in the middle here, right below Polly's camera. And you see that, hey, at the beginning of a lecture, Polly is going to go over some important points. So these are the announcements. So for example, for week 1, episode 1, first thing is I'm giving you the link for the live lecture. And second, there's a Google Meet session that you can call in. And this is the link for the Google Meet session. But you see that this Google Meet session is used normally for the office hours. So if you want to ask a little bit more interactively, we can meet over the Google Meet session, which is here. Another tab on the same window with the course page. And Polly is going to turn the camera on and speaker on here as well. So if you call in, then we can just talk. Okay. For some of the very interactive quizzes, you guys or some of you guys might also join this Google Meet session, and we're going to interact on the live stream. Okay. This session is also used for the exams. Okay, the exam is also going to be online. So it's going to be very special for many of you. The experience might be very different, even after going through the COVID period, learning entirely online. The way we do the exams, the way we do the office hour might still be somewhat different. And third, always towards the end of the announcement, there will be the assignments you need to turn in by the end of the week. And the deadline is always the Saturday, okay, Saturday 6 p.m. For example, for the first week, you see that quiz 1, 2, and 3 will be due. Okay, this is also saying that these quizzes, we'll actually go over them in class, but it's not necessary that you complete the quizzes in class. So you can actually give it more thoughts before you provide your answers. And sometimes I give extra bonus for answers that are more thoughtful, that are unique, creative. Sometimes I give bonus to answers that are more complete. So I guess what people like as a result of work, a lot of times it's because it's interesting, because it's unique, creative, something that we've never seen before. But sometimes it could be that we can tell that a lot of effort is put into it. Okay, so either way, you get to earn a bonus. Okay, so those who work hard, I'm sure that you will do well in this class. And those who are unique, special, always having interesting thoughts that are different from others, you guys will also do well here. Okay, and for this week, we have just quizzes. But for the weeks to come, you might see sometimes we have PA assignment doing. PA stands for programming assignment. Okay, so bullet number 3 is always there to remind you guys what are the assignments due the end of the week. All right. All right, so you see that's the score. And on the lower right, you see that's essentially the chat box of the live stream. And guys, thank you so much for providing me these feedbacks. Yeah, so after seeing that there's no sound, then I get to tweak things quickly. So you see that I also I will also observe how you guys do on the chat box and assign participation points. Okay, so guys, I know you guys are probably using your Google account or YouTube account nicknames. Later on, you might want to change it to names that I can recognize, meaning the NTU names. Mm-hmm. And so if that's not exactly the same as your nicknames, maybe you can add a parenthesis to your ID. So I'm actually not quite sure. Alternatively, create another account just for the lecture purpose. All right, good. So thank you. Hassan, Henderson, A, B, C, D, E, Kenny, and Jinjie, Chen Bingwei. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, okay. All right, so very good to know. Oh, there's a question from Mahmet about registration. I believe I am still on waitlist. Will I get in roll call for this class eventually, or is it not more possible? I would say none of what you are guessing. Would you get it eventually? I'm not sure. Is there no possibility of you getting in? I'm not sure either. So from the course page, you will see also that there's a wait list. We won't know until next Wednesday. So Mehmet, I would suggest that you try to sit through for 2 weeks. It shouldn't be much work, but during this time period, you will try to participate and seek teammates. Later on, if you don't get in, then it doesn't hurt much leaving the group. But it's important that you join the group and make sure that you complete the quizzes for the first week. That's one of the requirements for me to decide whether you qualify. And then I would take from the wait list all those that who qualify. So another condition is prerequisite. So you guys will all need to fill this Google form that puts you on the wait list. So I'll be checking whether from your transcript whether you will do fine in this course. And I would check whether you have completed the first few quizzes. Okay. So Mahmet, good question. That's C. There will be actually slides describing how you add to the course or enrolled to the course. All right. So this is the opening typically for every semester. All right. And now let me move on to the next stage. So the next thing you will see is the to-do list, which is not showing. Interesting. Okay, so my Stream Deck is also having some issues. So let me see this. Let me do things a little bit more manually. So this is the topic list essentially. So as I'm not sure if I mentioned this. So every lecture is a live stream. We'll spend a few minutes talking through the announcements. Okay. And after that, we're going to go through a set of videos. And every week, every lecture, a new set of videos. So today you see that these are the topics of the videos. First thing is the vital information. And Polly is going to be here to try to transition you from video to video. So this video, very brief, about a minute, and let's see how it goes. This is Introduction to Computer Networks. I'm going to be your instructor for the semester. The name is Polly Huang. And feel free to call me just Polly. I'm listing here the name of the course and my name in Chinese, just in case. The course number is EE4020, indicating this is EE Department, High Division, elective course. This number here is the class ID, the curriculum ID, 901 capital E 31110. In some semesters, you see the capital E in the middle. In some semesters, you might not. Just be careful and make sure that you register to my session. Okay, so in some semesters, there might be more than one sessions of Introduction to Computer Networks. This is a 3-unit course. That means the lecture load is about 3 hours a week. Be careful though. That doesn't mean the assignment or the studying load is only 3 hours a week. All right, so that's the first video. 1 minute. Hope that everyone is doing fine. Next thing, there are going to be some pre-words Polly needs to say before we go into the more technical side of the course. So first off are the features. So the course is designed special. There are 5 features. So this first video here talks about the first 3 features. Before we go over the technical side of the class, such as the scope, the semester schedule, and how you guys are going to be graded, let me spend some time talking about how the course is designed and why. This is kind of important such that I provide peace of mind. Let me start with the number 1 feature. Yeah, the course is experimental. It has been sponsored by NTU and the Ministry of Education for years. This is because we have come to realize that offering courses in English doesn't make us more international. It in fact doesn't connect the domestic student with the international students all that well. Therefore, the course is designed to promote a few things such that we connect better. First, we promote interactions, not just between you and me, but also among yourselves. So feel free to answer each other's questions. Feel free to fill each other's sentences. Second, you guys are encouraged to solve problems right there in class. And some of these problems might be open-end problems, meaning there's no one solution to the problem. You guys can form team and have discussions together, or working as an individual, look up information on the web and see if you can come up with a creative solution. And most of all, we promote tolerance to different perspectives. So that's respect each other's differences. You see that we are all different, okay? In this class, you are free to be yourself. Feel free to speak of your opinions as long as you can justify them. Again, the key word is this: open, open-minded. Now you see that we need to have a lot of interactions. We might be thinking, looking up information in class. So time constraint is there. And as a result, we won't be able to accommodate too many students in this class. The upper limit is 40, the strict limit is 40. And let's see if we could keep it down to low 30s. Feature number 2, the course is 100% online. The lectures and the quizzes will be broadcasted live over YouTube. Now to address these quizzes, you'll be posting your solution on the discussion board supported by Discord. During the lecture, feel free to post your questions on the chat channel of the live stream. Off class, there'll be also some Q&A channels set up on the Discord discussion board, so we could have interaction there as well. During the lecture, there's also a Google Meet session. This is there for calling purpose. For some of the quizzes, you will be invited to call in and interact with Polly in real time. Other than that, the Google Meet session will stay on over the office hour, so you can call in anytime during the office hour in case you have any questions. And the exams will also be online fully as a Google form. While you are working on the form, you will also call in a Google Meet session so that we could see you visually. Feature number 3. The class is almost 100% in English, including the lectures Polly will be giving, the assignments you'll be turning in, the answers you'll be writing on the exam, in fact, all the in-class, off-class interactions in English. The only 1% exception is this. During the live session, if you're really out of expression, having trouble finding the right words for it, it's okay to say it or type up Chinese. The others or Polly will try to translate for you. Just be careful though, especially during the exam. The credits will be given only when your English is understandable. So try to keep your words and sentences simple and get to the point. All right, so those are the first 3 features. So you see online, English, and interaction. Okay. Now, the 2 other features. Feature number 4. For the programming assignments you'll be working on, this is the programming language you'll be using. Go, or also referred to as Golang. This is a relatively new programming language, but it's very popular and used a lot these days. So this is a table I think I extracted from Reddit. What's shown on the left are the popular websites we see today. And at the top, the programming languages they use to implement the backend server. So if we focus on the popular websites, the services that are accessed by billions of users every day, you see that the languages being used are what? C, C++, Java, PHP, Python. These we know very well. But Golang also being used. And strictly, the very busy websites is also used to implement their server. And this is because of the efficiency of Golang as a programming language. Another reason that might draw your attention learning Golang is this. This is years of experience of a programmer, and this is how much they are earning each year in US dollars. So if you are a C, C++ programmer with 8.5 year experience, you earn about 55,000 US dollars annually. Python programmers, slightly better, less than 8 years of experience, and you get about 63,000 a year. The Golang programmer, maybe 8.5 years experience, but some 20-something% higher salary than the Python programmer. Last reason, and this is Polly's bias, Golang is entirely open source. That means it's easy to extend, easy to borrow existing code, and a really nice subject of study in order to find out why this programming language is so efficient. Nice, isn't it? Last but not the least, feature number 5. Well, I consider this a feature. Polly is not nice. You know what? Polly cannot be nice. Learning process is partly frustrating and partly fulfilling. In fact, the reason you feel fulfilled is because you overcome frustration that you previously thought impossible. Every semester, every year, some of you might not be able to overcome the frustration. As a way to communicate that this is a course that requires effort, requires patience, requires positive thinking, and keep going. Let me flash the grade distribution over the past semesters, past years Polly has taught the course. You see that? Mass majority, 70s, 80s, but there'll be some who fail the course. Majority, 70s, 80s, but some fail the course. And you see the distribution pretty much a skewed bell shape. Occasionally a twin bell, like this. So let me quickly flash this over. Yeah, so those are the grade distributions in the far past. So there are actually there has been two major changes of the grade distributions in the recent years. So this next video is to show that back in 2022, because of NTU changing from the numerical grade system to the letter grade systems to be more universal, the grade distribution has been redefined in a way. Okay, so here's the distribution back in 2022. Spring 22, again, you see mass majorities in 70s and 80s. But starting from fall 22, there's a major change. The grades are now represented in the letter system. So the 70s and 80s correspond to actually a wider range of letter grades from C+ all the way to A. So in a way, you are seeing a finer granularities of grade distribution using the letter grades. And in such a system, you see the mass majorities fall in these three categories: B+, A-, and A. For spring 23, you see again B+, A-, and A. Oh, sorry, this should be A. Yeah, this is where the mass majority of the students receive in the end of the semester. And this is fall 23, mass majority falls in these three categories again. And more recently, about last year, there's another shift of the grade distribution, which is unusual. We don't know exactly why, but Poly has two reasons that might be able to explain the grade distribution. So that's the video. This is the grade distribution from spring 2024, the last time the course is offered. And I would like to spend a little bit more time here because, as you can see, the distribution is no longer bell-shaped. That's because the peak of the bell has shifted towards the higher grades. As a result, the class average falls in this range, which is substantially higher than previously this range. And there's a very good reason for this shift because Poly discovered at that semester that it's no longer fair keeping the class average here. And allow me to explain. The first reason of such a change is because of the class format. The lectures are all recorded, means the quiz problems are all in the videos available online. The programming assignments, if you just read the PDF description, it can be very challenging. But students now discover that there are these walkthrough videos. If they just patient and follow through the videos or speed up the video to some degree, the programming assignments are actually manageable. And lastly, having the course taught in this format for several years, there's a variety of exam problems. And the students can actually study these exam problems with sample solutions. And some of them probably discover there's a certain pattern and can probably forecast what problems might appear again in the next exam. So these together boosted the performance. Now, the second reason is probably this, the AI tools. These tools are on the rise. They are not exactly new, but spring 2024, we actually observed that the students at the beginning not sure exactly what questions to ask and just take the solutions coming from these tools for granted. Might not work, you see. So the students learn gradually towards the end of the semester. They still need to follow the lectures, learn the terminology, understand the concept, so they can judge whether the output coming from these AI tools are within the context of the course. So very clever. The students are also learning in the process how to use the AI tools properly. So the two factors together resulting in the shift of the class average, which Poly finds a good thing to do, and therefore happily shifting the class average to a higher level. Okay, and we hope that you guys would do the same and be wise using the AI tools and be wise reusing the information about the course that are already available online. Yeah, so guys, in a way, so I'm actually not quite sure how these AI tools such as ChatGPT or Gemini is gonna, replace people. What I see more is that these tools are empowering. So making it easier for us to find relevant materials for the problems that we have at hand. Okay, And I was actually happy the end of 2024 spring semester, observing the students are learning to use, learning well using these tools as well. I guess after all, human intelligence is actually the thing that's amazing. And second thing I want to add to the poly is not nice feature is this. I guess for all the students, you guys would like to earn good grades. For the professors, let me share my perspective. What we are struggling towards the end of the semester is always how we grade you guys, assign the grades. We know that you guys need to be graded relatively, but where the average should be. It's a little bit hard. So after reflecting a little bit more that how the semester compares to the previous semesters, I felt that it's not exactly fair to keep the average the same as the previous semesters. And sometimes you guys might also feel that taking a course, I earn a grade, that seems less representative of the effort that you have spent. Yeah, that is tricky. And you then feel that it's not fair. But I have to say this, if you observe, life is fair and not fair at the same time. It's a little bit hard sometimes to ask for fairness, okay, and absolute fairness. Let me give you an example. You will see there'll be students in the class who seem to know what Polly is saying, what computer network is about, and how things are working, and what will be a better way to redesign, without studying much. Some students are, somehow born creative. Okay, so you will see that there will be classmates around you that you don't see them working hard, but they do really, really well. Okay, but life is also fair in this way. Okay, so with that, okay, you guys are all different. Okay, you might not be very good at one thing, but you might find that you're good at another. Okay, so it's not exactly right to try to compare all you guys on the same baseline. But you see also that the life is also fair this way. If you study more, generally you see better grades. Okay, and sometimes you will also see this for certain courses. Even if you work really hard, you just don't see improvements. That has nothing to do with whether life is fair or not. That is probably more a communication problem. You will probably need to consult people teaching the courses more in order to get a sense. Okay, that in case you're taking this course and you run into situations that no matter where you go, what you come up with, that doesn't seem to be the answer other students are providing or what Polly is expecting, then hey, join the office hour and talk to Polly. Usually by talking to people who seem to get their hands on something more, then you get a better sense of what that piece of engineering system you're studying for. Okay, so that you get to know a little bit better of that piece of engineering system. So yeah, so these are the things that I want to add to the last feature. Poly is not nice. In fact, professors cannot be nice. Professors will try to be fair. First, I compare you guys to the rest of the students in the class, and I try to calibrate from semester to semester. And recently, I also tried to calibrate you guys from department to department as well. Yeah, as I learned last year, certain departments actually give out grades much higher than the grades we're giving out in the EE department. I understand that it can be a little bit painful for students taking courses in the EE department, because I have to say that the students in the EE department are all quite good at taking exams and picking up the key points of engineering notions. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that you guys are compared to these group of people. Okay, we will try to be fair. That's all I want to say. Last feature. Now, if you are here to try to get into the course, the next video is what you want to pay attention to. How do you get this ACT code? This is what you need at this point in time in NTU to get into the course. So, in case you're here looking to join the course, you're going to need to get this ACT code, and this is how you register for a course at NTU at this point in time in the semester. Now, due to the very interactive design, we do have a capacity limit, and the ideal size is in the 20s. So there's no guarantee, I have to say. Now, so what you need to do is to put yourself on the wait list, and we'll check whether you fulfill the prerequisite for taking this course. When that is satisfied, we'll be taking the students from the wait list on a first come, first serve basis. So here's how you put yourself on the wait list. You need to enter by the Google form on the course page. In the meantime, you want to follow the lectures for the first 2 weeks and complete quiz number 1 and 2. The result with the individual ACT code will be posted on the Discord server by next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Yeah, so that's all I can say now. It's not a sure thing yet whether you get in or you don't get in. So I guess a little bit of patience is required. So sit through the class and try to participate for the first couple weeks. And next, you guys might like an interactive course. There's no hierarchy here. You guys in Poly will be at the same level. We'll just interact. Okay. You can ask anything. So we have a channel called Ask Us Anything. So that is the channel you ask any technical questions. There's another channel called Random. That is where you ask things that you are not quite sure whether it's really related to the course. Okay. And some of you might like that the course is all online because you are probably a lot more active when things are going online. Okay, and you're more comfortable interacting with people online. Okay, so the next video here is to try to balance what you think the course is. Yeah, there are these features that you might like, but it's still a significant technical course. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have sufficient background. You have the necessary programming skill to start with. Otherwise, it might be quite hard for you to follow through. And this semester, we don't have a TA, so Poly is all you have. And I'm not quite sure how much I can be available for the questions. So if you will have trouble coding on your own or coding or having some teammates that will be able to help you with the coding problems, then it will be very hard. Because coding is something that is more personal because the bug you run into depends on the environment you have, depends on your habit of coding, depends on how much you consume from the walkthrough videos for the PA assignments. Okay, so this video here is to try to give you some, words of cautions before you decide whether to take the course. To help you assess whether the course is at the right level or right format for you, let me stress these. First, you'll be learning the Socket API to implement internet applications. This is brand new for many of you. And on top of that, you have to do this using a brand new programming language. So the programming assignment here, definitely not trivial. It would take you time. Second, there are many quizzes. They're going to pop up in the middle of the lectures here there. And they will pop up when the technical content required to solve the quizzes are mentioned. If you are not able to follow the live streams, that means you miss the best opportunities to solve the quizzes. That means also you miss the opportunities to participate in the group discussions. The exams are going to be online as Google Forms. So good news is that it's open book. In fact, it's open internet. So you can actually look up answers. But the bad news is this. Open internet also means you have access to each other. So to ensure fairness and to make sure that you focus on working on the exams yourself, the exams are all very long so that you need every second of the time to answer as many questions as possible. This form of exam is going to be frustrating for many of you as they are very different from the exams you have taken previously. Okay, bear that in mind. But if you think again, it's going to be fair. Those who understand the notions being taught in class will do better. Those who review these notions so that you can, relay quickly during the exam time will do better. Another way the exam might be a little bit frustrating for you is that there will be programming questions, as programming is an important part of the course. So you guys will need to work on debugging the program right there in the middle of the exam. Now, the lectures being online over YouTube Live might not be comfortable for some of you, as whether it's going to be stable and the video quality, it really depends on the ISPs, okay, from my side as well as from your side. And even though this is called YouTube Live, it will not be exactly real time. It really depends on how far Polly and you are apart. But the advantage is this. The live stream videos will be recorded and available, so you can come back to review what's being taught, what's being discussed during the quiz time. There will also be short videos sorted in the order of the chapters so that you can catch up quickly or review quickly, skipping the chit-chats in the live streams. Yeah, and then of course glitches from Polly controlling the computer. And this semester is a little bit special. I'm actually switching to a Windows system for this and have been struggling with the Windows system. I guess, I just need to get used to it more. So those are the pre-words, okay, the non-technical side of the course. And starting from now, we'll be entering the real technical side of the course. Okay, and as you can see, the topic list has changed. Okay, so topic number 5 is admin info. And pay attention, guys. What is topic number 6? So right after this video, talking about the admin info and the essential information, quiz 1 is coming right up. The most important information you need to know is the URL to the course page. As you can see, it's pretty long, so here's a QR code for your convenience. So scan this and bookmark the page so you can come back to the page easy. Another way to get around in case you're on the run and needs the course page real quick is just Google Polly. From her page, there's this teaching link. Click into this. You see a bunch of links, especially this one, Spring 2025, under the Introduction to Computer Networks category. Click into it. That takes you to the course page as well. Admin info. The lectures will be online as live YouTube streams. There's going to be one stream Tuesday afternoon for about an hour, and another stream Wednesday morning for about 2 hours. Right after the Wednesday lectures, here comes the office hour. So that lasts also about an hour, and this is during the lunch hour. In case it's not convenient for you, you're free to set up an appointment with Polly for another time to meet. And we can meet remotely over tools like Google Meet, or you're free to drop by Polly's office. And Polly's office is here, the Berry Lamb Hall, room 513. And this is the email in case you need to set up an appointment to meet Polly. For this semester, Polly is going to be your TA as well. And voila, quiz number 1. Okay, so every one of you who's in the class already or who wants to join the class will need to complete quiz 1. And so what Polly will do is switch from the quiz mode to the whiteboard mode so that I can, for example, dribble like this. Wait. Yeah, so triple like this. So what you're asked to do for quiz 1 is first, register a Discord account if you don't have one already. And then use this QR code here. Yeah, this is the invite link to join the class Discord server. And after you're in, go to the profile setting, change the display name to your name on the NTU record so that I can actually also record your participation on the score. So change the Google YouTube account ID so that I can record you for participation in class. Change your name on the score so that I can record your participation off class. Okay. And this is not all. After that, you will need to go to this particular channel, so you will need to find it and type hi. All right. So for quiz 1, let me demonstrate. Okay. So this is the score. Okay. And Polly is already in. So are many of you. I guess, yeah, so many of you are already in. So the announcement channels actually recorded who are already in, okay? And I see that many of you are still using the nickname or the randomly generated username. So you want to change that. So for example, Dong Yongping Ivan, perfect, okay? So where's the user setting? It's right here. Okay, go down to your name, your ID. Go to slide to the right. You see this user setting. That's a gear icon. Click into that. Oh, okay. I'm in stream mode, so I can. So let me disable this for now. Oh, there. Welcome, Yuelin Sim. Oh, okay. Okay, some of you already found the channel. Nice. Okay. So those who are not familiar with Discord, I wonder if there's anyone. So here, click into the user setting and you see the display name, right? So edit, change to the name that's on your NTU record, which means many of you have both Chinese and English name, okay? So if you can show both, that's the best way, perfect. So some of you might just, I mean, it's okay to use the Chinese name, but if you show the English one, it'll be easier, right, for your teammates if they are international students to refer you. Okay. Similarly, for the international students, exchange students, yeah, if you have a Chinese name, yeah, why not exercise Chinese, right? So show your Chinese name there. All right, so once you're done with updating the display name, go to aha. So on the left of the Discord server, you will see a list of channels, okay? So announcement is the most important channel. There's ask us anything. I think, yeah, one of the students earlier asked exactly where the lecture is gonna be, right? And then random. Oh, Mingqing, thank you. Yeah, I think you are also Henderson. Yeah, so Mingqing try to remind me that the audio is not on. Okay, and sorry that during the lectures I might be focusing on things that I need to talk about and neglected the messages on the live chat on the Discord, but it's okay. Please bear with delay from Polly. And here's W1 quiz 1. There you go. Yeah, so you see, if you enter the channel for the quiz, you will also see the quiz problem. Yeah. So guys, you guys have only 3 minutes to work on this quiz. Okay, and to add a little bit of suspense, Polly will play a music which indicates it's time to start working on the quiz. Okay, and again, 3 minutes, and let's begin. this. Mhm. All right, so that's 3 minutes. I guess some of you might still try to find your way into Discord, but most of you are in. So if you get an emoji from Polly, that means I've checked, okay? And you would have completed quiz 1 already. And for those who are still looking, finding your way around, it's okay. You can continue to work on this later after the class, and as long as you complete the quiz before Saturday, 6 p.m. Okay, good. And you know what, guys? This is also about the time we have today, all right? We have yet a few more topics to talk about. So after quiz 1, we'll finally be talking about the technical, hardcore technical side. So exactly what chapters, okay, in the textbook we'll cover, okay, this semester. And we'll go over the schedule quickly tomorrow, as well as the grading policy, okay. So with that said, I say that I see you tomorrow. That's the second session of the week. We'll start 10:20. And hey, as Polly talked about the features of the course, let's try to be interactive and treat each other as families and be supportive and critical at the same time. Okay, let's try if we can do that. So as you exit, try to say goodbye to each other on the chat box or on the Discord, okay, space. I would say that for each session, say goodbye on the chat box, okay? And by the time we end the lecture, I would also play a music that is the cue to say, hey, you're free to go. And here's the music for that, okay? Bye! Bye! Very intense quiz, Hassan. Sorry for the intensity. Yeah, so we'll see. There are a lot more intensive quizzes coming up next. Okay. Yeah, guys, of course, we'll start from something that's a little bit easy to cope with at the beginning. But you see, as the lectures progress, you will see the quizzes get more challenging. Okay, bye! Yeah. Yeah, sorry for the mishap at the beginning of the lecture. I forgot about turning off the mute. Okay. So if there are situations like this more in the future, just let me know. Okay. Okay, bye. So as you exit, what Polly does is also to finish checking, okay, how you guys do.